Okay. I'm back again because I couldn't see anything, anybody, until I wasn't feeling right. And so now messages were coming in. I'm on for anyway. So I was talking about the fact that Bawumia eba Toronto. Minuanum. Bawumia eba Toronto a Pentecost sorry ena ekwako hosti Bawumia. Pentecost has now turned into political grounds. In Canada Hanumu, politicians cannot go to a church to campaign. It is against the political laws. But when we say yeah Ghana for ya volunteer to do the works of evil. Obronsam na ye chere no na se na ye painting ni suban chere no. So say Ghana from paying for has now volunteered to be, but now they are wearing the church clothes just to cover up themselves, because up to today Bawumia has not selected the presidential candidate or no ankasa ni running mate on selecting yet. So Bawumia is going around say obedu Canada or ba Toronto hanomo or ba be campaigning money. Either exchange of money is gonna take effect, or they would people just to try to get people to vote for them. Bawumia uti Canada Bawumia promise o card SSanka institutions card private business owners ena SSA omo initiate, because the infrastructure ebema a country successful in digitization no when you lay the fabric na what asasena say or the satellite me say da nkwafu we be you satellite if you na mbe Ghana mobra ye ni one scientist ye ni one scientist or ye involved, or ye Ghanaian way scientist sent to a certain place to say Onko Sua Bribio. But Bawumia is coming to Canada. Canada for Ghana for Yenina Yewokromwa, due to the fact that some politicians has made it necessary to make things difficult for Ghanaians. But a man who commissioned toilet, a man whose name has been mentioned on so many schemes and scandals. But Ghana is on found Debbie. I too want to be part of it. So right now, Bawumia is coming to Canada, and a church has now becoming the grounds for campaign. You see, there are people in the church, and the people in the church are not people sorry demo is where people go to find some solution to a problem. A church. So Nigeria for pan. You see, Ghana for say Nigerians and this man will not enter this country. If he was Nigerian, a man knowing say what commercial toilet when they have opportunity to do infrastructure in a country, to build something and adding value. Who said this is what these people has done, something that will add value. So much money has gone into these people's hands. Nobody has made an account to it. Many people Ghana for anyway, how can I blame them? Most people in such churches, they don't watch, and a kromwa city post across on tiasie a kromwa news and fan home. Inti nyotu wano nyosha ni akwawe Paul Adumo chere eno no otiga otikrom oti Canada on CBC on city post nyosha ye Ghana television this party has taken over. Why ye Ghana to say China? This people has made Ghana say China. This is not any other politician. A politician says, I will take a card. I will choose a card over every road. A politician or say, Bawumia stood and said, say, or the obe teki Ghana card obe choose ube do Accra ene wa ufi certain places no ube do Ghana. At least over plane, you don't have to sleep in Accra. Who brought those things? These are things that add value to our lives, everyday life.
Hi there.
Hi, can I have a chai tea, please?
Sure. The tea bag or the latte?
Tea bag.
It's medium size.
Yes. That's it. So Bawumia is coming, and they are going to use. Someone goes to church because on what if you kurampono, near maybe bodano kope answer. Someone goes to church because there's a certain spiritual consensus. Someone goes to church to find solution. Someone goes to church because a church is supposed to be a hub. Community no sanka sorry kuratete na ye buya sorry dan no da ho se kese na ukọ ho a then you find someone to talk to because anajo no kura oda ho no something ade bi hunahuna. Someone goes to church because they say enema bi a ope answer bi. Someone goes to church because they have a gift. They have a gift they want to enrich their community with. Obi like bibi nti ono so ekọ ho no mo a ode ne gift no ekọ akoma that community no to be successful in something in a certain area bi. Someone go to church because owanim die bi a ode kwa akodum enipa omote mantem ho no se ne ebe ya ye be benefit from that nipa no. Someone go to church because our idea bi. Someone goes to church or be quite sorry because he said thank you, you too. Someone goes to church just because it's a person donating because a church, it's packed with people who don't have. Or be quite sorry because he said or the kwakwa near maybe and I'm sorry na jinemu, I'm sorry ni enjina muma poor people who are lost, people who are wretched, people are sorry for people and Pentecost are sorry them wabeye it is against the political, it is against nanka we Anthony Peruza yen we no ye counselor your we North York Anthony Peruza afensu Matthias no so young guy me kura me kan ho ye ko campaign ma omo sankofo me anyway I volunteer for their campaign way team no. So Anthony Perusa is still way the counselor yemu young Ghana for ya benefited from onu so many ways Ghana for because omo offices no na grant free back. So they cannot go to church and campaign no. Omumma ye niema office. I remember I know so many young people with organizations they go to Anthony Perusa's office way to get access to some funds bia omode bua other community omode bua a group of people animal. Everybody has organization, non-for-profit organizations bebre. So omumpono you cannot invite them to the church to mount the podium to speak. They cannot go to schools to mount the podium to speak about their campaign. But when we say Ghana for ya bonia ma bonina beye normal. So say Ghana for bonino abeye normal. We don't know what is right and what is wrong anymore. But a church now as I say sorry we Bawumia Bawumia abeye den. It's not a political group no wings na wa no na invite no. Bawumia because the Pentecost are so na wo Ghana no. When the entire Pentecost no omunam ho so many Pentecost na wo Ghana no. Apparently we hear say won say no ye the vice president no ye to chacha. Who had the highest bet? Who can bid big? It vice president, you see vice president and I said one of the leaders in Ghana no. There is some possibilities to say he says everybody want to be part of the scheme. MPP for Betrayal Crawford say Ghana Ghana. MPP for Abe Milky one was no. In Japadi a woman Emma assassin from no. Near Emma a dietimi enyini enya wa assassin enyini na enipetimi nya bidi nourish ne body no ya betutu sa niema ni nyina refi assassin ase Ya be milk Ghana. God, you know, you're not supposed to be mining gold like it is said in conform near fra. But I never Bawumia back Canada Hanum. Oba be the same grounds are Canada buying the Ghana for opportunity. Canada buying the Ghana for some mumu community no. Mumfa mu community na ewa ha no Bawumia ba ha be gina sa asori na mu abe campaign ama asori sika kakra sesanka Ghana fon kola egu ha eniema how be brebe egu Ghana fo mamefo ya wo parent ya waware a asaya esanko mu tua for counselor so sofo onya counselor has become a counselor esaya ware bebre they don't go to school, they cannot even send some of these young people to schools. They can pay for people to go to school. Yeah, abrofa sorry one. Who kwa abrofa sorry no who say you are good in something, you have a professional, other people they will pay for your tuition for you to gain knowledge about the doctrines. I say in sorry nyama they will pay. What Ghana for? You see Ghana, we are not safe. We are not safe around each other because me say ya volunteer. Some of the Ghanaians has volunteered to do the things obrun some be ye na ye frano ko anyen no omo they are volunteer. But Ghana ni hu say asem we say meka no oti kromu anaso ye panyini a instead of say obedwene ni ameka no ho no Ghana ni does not want bonnet to stop. Iti Ghana from painful egu kromu abebre me say asem we omote a ho. So Ghana abayo bi wo Toronto ha say church ground should not be where politicians go. That person, although at Canada nim say it is against the law. It is against the law for politicians to go to church, to go into the church for campaign or mass. Sorry, hey, Bawumia is not a Christian, so don't you see? And then again, Ghana ni adwene ya unenta ebimo bre. Easy for Ghana man to go and do no. Ghana man will try to fit in the wrong ones anymore. It's de biane ye bre because yempre. Sound I say we find it very difficult to understand and to reason. Or ye Muslim and ye or say Ghana or bana me say yes or come mosque we ya. Or come mosque because you're Indian from poor. Omo so many. Ewo kromwa. I never seen that their politicians say or babe you sue the politicians here. So what you say? But you see, Ghana for no me say your comment obey na what delete because who's throw me meboa. Who ya comment now you will delete it because you are afraid of me, right? But I already have your name. You don't want to leave your comment on my show, right? Richard Barton. Who's wrong? Me say Ghana ni bian oni woni balls so. Baby, I would no crampono, him. Once I will comment na we delete. Ye Jimmy to the point. The word Jimmy, you know, some of you the word Jimmy cannot even you can't even fit into the way the actions are. And can I say fit for Jimmy? Mobo diane de abroso. Look at you. I'm talking about politicians. You are here, hungry boy like you. You are here commenting and doing what? I'm talking about the politician. No. And your papa wa bre on so we all struggle like me so me papa. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about a politician. A politician. What commission toilet? Card keke. Benefit government. You know. One say what to amount as card no benefit. You see how when you don't know what it's befitted to you, what is befitting, you see they will bring you a Ghana card and they tell you say Ghana card abwa, but Ghana card is meaningless to any Ghanaian. In fact, Ghana ni here card. Look at Dubai. They purposefully made their citizens rich because of Dubai. It is structured. It is a policy. Say Dubai ni will eat off you. I will pray ako Dubai. It is engraved in their laws. Say a foreigner make it 10 cities. 5 cities will belong to a Dubaian. By yen Jimmy any and Quasia Sama Yati Abrochi and ye Jimmy Snegan and near Commodeno. Yeah, Sir Obi, a comedy wow, unit, wagenin and so. A chrome a common deal bia. A chrome was a what Jimmy will come bedo. Even when you are poor, or caught welfare. Naso be fra welfare mount. Naso ya catch rom say, Nipper will hear dear way. These are some of the mental health to say, I know a way, ever hanum, on betcha what to go get food. On betcha, on bem bro sika, they will give you a card full of money. Say, emergency funds, say, Jin Nafakoya way. Into a chroma common by Jimmy Capital, volunteer Jimmy, and I say, and the Jimmy, because the man a church that is supposed to be where gifts are for the poor, a church that is supposed to be a grounds, and politician or what to me, politician I added to me na a chromo 30-something million people has given their power to that person. Now the politician has descended to the bottom. Feed. They are coming to feed on the poor. They are coming to feed on the food for the poor. And now sorry them on politicians a campaign. And then I saw them just say yes, we have infested the whole place. I saw them on Nipaba, Sanka, or see me fear, and then Nara egu, me fear, and I will only say ni fear horse any obium. Do you know why there's nothing at the church anymore? Because the big man has now come down to where there should be food for the poor. No, now they are coming down to where there should be food. They are now fighting with the poor about the things for the poor. No, now the big men, the people with power, has now left their power, come down to the churches to collect what is supposed to be for the poor. That is why it is against the law. It is against the law for a politician to go into a church or a school to campaign. And then he found a Ghana for campaigning, churches and schools, university. Right? Because Ghana near Dinyankopon poor Juma, Ghana nim painful, ya dinkolankoleniane. Ya jinkolankoleniane, we have taken everything from the poor. But the church is supposed to be where a rich man will go to and put all their food for the church to share to the poor, because that's where the poor goes for some solution. That's where the lost goes to. That is where the people who are confused goes to. That is where the people who are lacking go to. That is where the people who need, those in need, because it is an institution to help the poor. And that's one. Ghana for community. Inti ama Ghana for nipa say yetua for therapy man no. Tan nipa no o kan mu nyina me so okonso confusion wo. Asori for no pastor no kura nim ne ha no. Why? Because the pastor has rather invited somebody else to come and chop the money. Yadiama chop the money now. SSN Kodi etia for resources and services for the lost and the sick. Eso omutia. Eso omutia for the poor. Eso omutia we hospitals kanin yamaniama no. Now the church is inviting the big men, the people who are supposed to help the church, they are rather coming to take from the poor, which is our story. This is our story. This is a Ghanaian story. I mean, Shiramwati, Kakrane Wano, and one guy, Ghana, the people are so sick, and Anajono. TikTok, Ghana TikTok, no name also. They even have on omni memma da wo TikTok ne so guy ne de kire nsa onim ne ekoso wo kurom a hwede guy o tikrom a look at what it, because there's so much sickness in the system. You find an average Ghanaian a woman, a 30-year-old woman, 28, 27, 26, sitting on TikTok is a mini bemeda. Jimmy Samon Kotain, bye bye.